Hello everybody and a big welcome back. I know it's been a while since I've posted on my channel. You guys have known I've had some computer issues and I just allowed myself to take a little bit of a break while I was trying to work through those and move, and now I'm back, you guys. So expect to see a video from me every week, at least one every week. I know the summers can be kind of weird, but I actually don't have tons and tons planned, so I should be able to accomplish that. So in this video, I'm actually working on week 3 from my 2022 album. You can see that it is a 9x12. I really do love this size. I feel like I've been taking less pictures with my DSLR and a lot more pictures with my phone. So of course they are all kind of oriented vertically or like the portrait. So it's just a lot easier to fit into those pockets, but rest assured, I do still take pictures with my large camera, just not as much. I don't feel like there is as much going on, but I am using a kit from Studio Calico. This is January's 2022 kit, I believe. I could totally be wrong on this. You guys, I'm editing this at the beginning of June. Well, what is today? June 13th, so it's almost mid-June. And I did this way back in January. So pretty sure it's the kit from January. And I'm just going to say it again. And I've said this a million times. I love using a kit. It just makes putting together a spread that goes together so easy. So if you guys are struggling at all with trying to figure out what cards to use or, what embellishments to use, grab a kit or subscribe to a kit and just use the kit. It's so awesome. So for this, what I thought was really interesting as I was editing it, because of course, like I said, I couldn't really remember. There's 4 photos. So I'm using 4 photos for the entire spread. I think this is probably the first layout. No, there's probably 1 or 2 others where I've had less photos and I've done like large photos, but I don't remember only having 4 photos in a project life in a really long time. And I think it's because we were sick this week. I feel like at one point we were all sick and we did all end up getting COVID tested and it was negative. Luckily, we have all already had COVID. So I was grateful that that wasn't something that we were dealing with again. So we just didn't get a lot of photos taken because of that, but we were kind of lounging around the house a lot. So I'm kind of surprised I actually did not take more. So one of the things that I wanted to mention as I'm working through putting everything down. So my photos are there. I got the cards. I was working through the kit, cutting some of the 4x6s up. I just wanted to reiterate again, and I know I heard this before, but maybe it's been a while, how I like to lay down the cards or what I actually think about as I'm laying down the cards. And I'm thinking about balance of the colors. I'm thinking about not having 2 white cards next to one another. That happens sometimes, but I try really hard not to. I don't know. I just don't love having like big chunks of white, but like I said, it has definitely happened before. And another thing that I think about as I'm laying the cards down is I'm looking at my photos. I'm thinking about the stories that I want to tell. If the story has anything to do with the photo, then I kind of want it to be near it. It doesn't have to be, but that is something I try to do. So that is another thing that I consider is often I will have journaling cards next to photos for that very reason. You can see for the card that I'm working on right now, I'm actually doing a story that is just about some of the books that I want to read. It's awesome to tell stories about what happened that week, but it's also awesome to tell stories about books that you have read or books that you want to read. And I feel like for at least my 2022 album, I've been adding a lot of stories about the books I have been reading. So I thought that that would be a fun one and also something that I could reference back to remind me, oh yeah, you wanted to read this book. Another thing that I've been doing, as you saw me kind of lay down some of the embellishments, is I used some old chipboard from Ali Edwards. So I have all of my monthly themed kits that I haven't used, like the pieces of Ali Edwards Stories by the Month kits that I haven't used, the chipboard, the cards. I have them in a little container you can see off to the left. And I have a lot of those old chipboard. And so I just kind of went through and I grabbed a couple. That Start Over was one of those. You kind of saw me working through that earlier. And then I also grabbed over some of the chipboard from the Studio Calico kit. And now I'm just going through my journaling. So I definitely have a way, like a way that I like to do project life, right? Photos, kind of get the cards in place, work on the embellishments, work on my journaling. And that's what I'm doing right now. I like to do my journaling in bulk. Looks like I am done. I've got one journaling card left, and you'll see how I deal with that in just a minute. I am now working on the title card. I actually really loved this card. I'm trying to think of what this animal is. Is it a badger? I don't know. I just really loved all the white space. I loved this black and white animal. I'm such a huge fan of animals. So I was super happy to be able to use that. And I just added the dates onto there. And I don't remember where this doily came from. It's possible it came in the kit, actually. It might have come in the kit, but I can't now remember. But I thought that it would be fun to have a little bit of a see-through element. And so I had that on a piece of vellum. So it was kind of, it's not total see-through, but kind of cloudy. And that's it for this week. It actually was just really getting some of those photos, getting the journaling. I loved having that list of gratitude down there. And you can see that I ended up swapping out that journaling card because I didn't have another story that I wanted to tell from the week. So that, you know, if you don't have another story, just throw in another card. So anyway, hopefully you guys got some really good ideas of how you can, you know, mix a lot more of the design cards with the journaling cards to get that story told if you don't have a lot of photos from the week. So thank you guys so much for being here, and we will see you next time. Bye.